You know, I'm something of a
photographer
myself.
Alright, so there's a new Pokemon Snap coming out in a month, which is 22 years after the release of the first one. The first Pokemon Snap was one of my favorite games growing up, so I decided to revisit it. The late 90s and early 2000s was really the peak of Pokemon hype. There was the anime, the first movie, the card game that nobody knew how to play, a pedometer, a whole slew of snacks and partnerships, and finally a kind of confusing but very charming photography game. Pokemon Snap is a spin-off Pokemon game that was released in 1999 on... It was, as advertised, the first ever Nintendo 64 game to feature the world-famous Pokemon fully rendered in 3D. I think it's safe to say we've come a long way since then. Alright, so in this game you play as Todd Snap, a young photographer summoned by Professor Oak to assist with his research. Instead of catching the Pokemon, you help Professor Oak by taking pictures of them to add to his Pokemon report. This was the first game that I played as a child, where the goal was to interact with the environment and catch every little Easter egg you could, instead of beating things up or shooting things. You could get your photos printed as stickers at Blockbuster. Yes, Blockbuster. There was honestly nothing more exciting than asking your parents to take you to your local Blockbuster to print out your video game pictures. Pokemon Snap is a first-person rail shooter game. This means you can't move freely on your own and you're guided by a track, designed for a buggy that you ride called the 01. The limit on moving makes it so that you could miss something if you're not facing the right direction, so you have to play these courses multiple times to make sure you catch everything. During each trip, you get to take a maximum of 60 pictures, which you can then choose for review by Professor Oak. Oh, this is a cute one. Let's see what the Professor thinks. After you bring the photos to Professor Oak, he starts to score it, and the scoring is based on pose, size, number of Pokemon, framing, and any other special qualities.
Wait.
Get this shit out of my face. When you start the game, you only have a camera, but you slowly unlock new accessories that help you take newer, better pictures of Pokemon. Soon you can throw apples, or fluffy fruit, to attract Pokemon and bring them in closer for a better shot. Oak also gives you something called a pester ball that can be used to flush Pokemon out of hiding or just knock them out. Oh my god, did I just kill Doduo? As a kid, I really hated using these because it felt like I was poisoning the Pokemon, and I don't want to do this, but the Professor needs pictures. Eventually, you'll unlock the Pokeflute, which has different effects on Pokemon. It can wake them up, annoy them, or make them dance. And also, I just learned that apparently it plays 3 different songs, and the Pokemon do different dances based on which song is playing. So that's really cute. There are 7 different courses with different climate and geographical regions on the Pokemon Island, and each is inhabited by wild Pokemon. There's a total of 63 Pokemon that appear in the game, which doesn't sound like a lot, but the staggered release of the tools makes it so that you can discover new things every time you revisit old courses with your new tools. You can get a surprisingly long playtime just testing every combination of items and Pokemon. I loved this game so much growing up because it was so stress-free and it was really different and so full of surprises. And honestly, who doesn't want to throw a bunch of apples and shit at some animals and take pictures of them when you're like a kid? I'm really excited for the next game to come out, so you can definitely expect a video where I cover the new one. Yay!